Welcome back, family. Welcome back to Nala's Journey. Today we're talking about Atlanta, Georgia, here in the USA. That's right, guys. Today's topic is Atlanta, Georgia, here in the USA. Atlanta is referred to as the Big A, also known as the New York of the South. That's right, guys. Atlanta is known as the New York of the South. It is. Atlanta has over 490,000 people that live in the city of Atlanta, Georgia. That's right, guys. Atlanta, Georgia has over 490,000 residents. It does. Atlanta is basically 1/3 the size of the population of the people that live in the city of New York. Because in New York, there's about 1.6 million people that live in the city of New York. So therefore, Atlanta, having 490,000 people that live in the city of Atlanta, it's about the third of the population that lives in New York. It is. But similar to New York, Atlanta is known for its diverse culture. It is known for its diverse culture. It's known for its high energy nightlife, for the clubs and restaurants that's open on a daily basis. That's right, guys. Atlanta is a high energy city. Georgia is a high energy state. It is. A well-known street here in Georgia is called Peachtree Street. And you know what? Georgia loves peaches. It's referred to as the Big Peach. Listen, Georgia loves peaches so much, even our license plates on our cars has a peach on it. That's right, guys. Georgia is referred to as the Big Peach. Okay, now let's talk about big money here in Atlanta. The big money area in Atlanta is called Buckhead. If you live in Buckhead, you must be a celebrity. If you live in Buckhead, you must be an entrepreneur. CEOs live in Buckhead. Old family, old money comes from Buckhead. Buckhead is a very rich area. It's filthy rich, Buckhead. It is. One of these days, I'm going to do a drive through the Buckhead area, and I'm going to show you what Buckhead looks like. It's filthy rich. It is. Now, with every good state and every exciting state, there's some challenges. So the challenge here in Atlanta is this. It's the traffic. There's a lot of traffic in Atlanta. If you live on the outskirts of Atlanta, somewhere in the suburbs, and you're driving to Atlanta every day to go to work, well, I'd say on average, the average person is driving at least an hour to get to Atlanta to go to work. So that means at the end of the day, they're driving from Atlanta an hour to get home. That's a lot of traffic. That's a lot of driving. That's a lot of hours every week. It is. So the traffic is one of the hard things about living in the Atlanta area, working in Atlanta. It's a hard thing. And if you live on the outskirts of Georgia, on the outside, it's somewhere in the suburbs of Georgia, and you drive into Atlanta, that can be very stressful on a daily basis, because we're talking on an average like a 6-lane highway that you're maneuvering trying to get to work or trying to get home. So that's the stress about Atlanta. It's the traffic. It is. I always like to tell people, listen, if you don't know how to drive, you don't want to learn here in Georgia, because you need to master driving somewhere else and come here and be a professional in Georgia, okay? Because Georgia traffic is a serious thing. You got to know what you're doing in Georgia traffic. You got to know how to drive really well on the Georgia highways, typically 6 lanes, typically. Listen, let's also talk about the corporate headquarters that are located here in Georgia, in the city of Atlanta. Well, let's start with talking about Delta. Delta Airlines has their headquarters here in the city of Atlanta, Georgia. Delta does. They do. But listen, let me also mention this. Atlanta, Georgia has the largest airport in the world. It's true, guys. Atlanta, Georgia has the largest airport in the world. It does. Well, what can I tell you? It just does. Well, now some more headquarters that are here in Georgia, in Atlanta. Coca-Cola has their headquarters here in Atlanta, Georgia. That's right, the soda company Coca-Cola is located and based here in Atlanta, Georgia. Coca-Cola is. Well, listen, let me not forget CNN. The CNN headquarters, yes, guys, CNN headquarters is here in Atlanta, Georgia. It is. Well, listen, also, let me mention this. Last but not least, listen, Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry lives here in Georgia. He built a mega mansion on the outskirts of Georgia, on the outskirts of Atlanta. He did. About 30 minutes away from Atlanta, Tyler Perry built his mega mansion. He built it. He did. Well, let me tell you this also. Tyler Perry also built a studio. That's right, guys, a movie studio here in Atlanta, Georgia, guys. Tyler Perry built and is running on a daily basis a television studio, okay? A movie studio, all right, here in Atlanta, Georgia. Tyler Perry did. So listen, Atlanta has a lot to offer. It does. I like to give you guys the information, the 411, the highlights, the etc. Guys, as always, I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked the content. If you did, press that like button. Share this video. Please subscribe to this family, this channel. Join this family. Please subscribe. This is Nala. I'll see you guys in the next video.